Yo, Big Catch back up in here. I know y'all tired of hearing the Andrew Schulz stuff, but I found a video that we have.
I've never seen Swag play anything else. That's the crazy part. Like, I've never seen Swag play like anything other than Call of Duty. So if he's playing other games, then you know it's really bad, fam. It's really bad, bro.
I react to on this channel, and I think it's pretty good. I watched about 5 minutes of it, and yeah, it's pretty good. Former NFL player Ryan Clark is holding Andrew Schulz accountable for his statements that he made against black women. And we got these two guys right here, which is the guys who was laughing at the jokes. Got these guys apologizing. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. We react to it, and you know, hopefully y'all enjoy the video. This video is brought to us by Clasher Sports, and I will leave a link in the description for you to check it out uninterrupted. Cause you know I don't like holding y'all. You know what I mean? You know I don't like holding y'all. So without further ado, let's get it.
That's hilarious. We just wanted to address something that's happening at the minute this past week.
Nah, they only saying that shit is because their views went down. They went from having like 20 million views like per post to like 200,000 views per post, and it was like like from 20 million to 200,000 views. That's a dramatic, like that was insane. That's insane. So that means your page is not making as much money and all this, like it's crazy.
Weekend, there's been a couple clips going around from when we did a session on the Flagrant podcast while we were on our US tour. And yeah, there were a few jokes made that were incredibly inappropriate. One specifically pertaining.
These guys are British. They're not from the US. They're British.
Into black women.
Yep.
And in the clip, Andrew was making a joke. I'm not even going to get into specifics. Making a like, frankly, like racist joke.
Yeah.
And we were laughing.
But y'all laughed. I don't want to hear that. Like, but you laughed. I don't go fuck that.
And to give, there's first of all, before we get into like specifics or anything like that, obviously there's just literally no excuse. There is no excuse.
Agreed.
And fight or flight is a real thing. Like it is, yeah. Fight or flight is a real thing, and it's so not easy to say, but when you're in those situations, you look at it through a lens of like, bro, if it was me, I promise you, I'll stand up, I'll kick them cameras down, I'll smack homeboy in the face, I would say this, I'll do that. But when you're in there, you're in shock.
You're in shock, and all you want to do is move on.
Okay, so following that podcast, that happened in July.
And just like I stated before, that happens with many of us. We don't want to look like the ones that's overreacting. We don't want everybody to be pointing the finger at us for, you know, certain situations like.
I don't care. Be comfortable in your own skin, fam. Be comfortable in your own skin, fam. Just, I'm not gonna like. I'm okay if everybody hates me, fam. I don't really don't give a fuck.
Like, damn, should I spaz out? Should I spaz out? Because most of us got the capability of spazzing out. Should I spaz out right now? Nah, they might call the cops on us. Nah, they do. I mean, they might call the cops on me. I said, but if I stand up, I gotta stand. You know what I mean? But I understand what he's saying as far as like you put in a situation.
No, that's different though, bro. That's different. Y'all having a conversation. It's two totally different situations. If somebody's like disrespecting you and all that stuff, and you have shit to lose, right? That there, you could have just like, that's not funny. No, that's not a trait of, you know, black women. That's not a trait of this, and you could have moved on from there. And he would have been like, oh my bad, or whatever, or he would have said something crazy, whatever, and then that would have been another viral moment, and then it would look good for them, like.
Everybody's cool, laid back, but you really like, hold up, I'm about to spaz out right quick. You know what I mean? But then you know, the back of your head, is it that serious? You questioning yourself. It's a battle. Like, is it serious or is it not? and you in shock. You know what I mean? That's what they putting down. Hopefully y'all got it.
It took about 2 months for people to start canceling these two Brits. So as mentioned earlier, their podcast is from the UK and they have a deep following of black females, and basically their core audience wasn't too happy after they saw the clip making the rounds. The fact that these two were laughing and not sticking up for black women made the situation worse in the eyes of their fans. So Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder, and Fred Taylor chimed in on the story on their Pivot podcast and listened to what RC and company had to say.
Ryan Clark was a bad boy. I'm looking at those highlights.
First thing is,
Check it out,
when
y'all.
you think about the two podcasters from the UK, is we don't know if the black experience there is the same as the black experience for African Americans or black people that grew up in America. I'm sure to be on this media tour in the US and to sit with Andrew Schulz was a big thing for them. I don't care if it was a big thing. And in addressing Andrew Schulz, who I do think is funny, who sits with Charlemagne and has some of these discussions about the culture, I believe he got too comfortable. So I would like to explain some things to him. I want to explain to him the black experience, the black woman experience from my point of view. It was watching my mother start from a bank teller and work her way up for decades to run her own collateral department, only to be mistreated when the bank was sold to another bank, and be so sick on Sunday that I finally had to say, hey mom, you're old enough to retire. It was to see her go to that same job 8 to 5, to be treated anyway that she had to be treated because she only had a high school diploma, and then find ways to not only feed me but do homework with me and my brother, take us to practice because my dad worked 3 jobs. That was the first black woman experience that I had. Right, the second black woman experience I had is marrying a black woman and watching her sleep on my cot as doctors try to figure out why I'm 140 pounds and I'm a 30-year-old man who was 205 pounds a month before that. Her telling me months after that she would just go in the bathroom and cry every night in the hospital because she didn't want me to worry about her because I was so sick. Right? For her to hold my family together so I could be in the household with my children when I was doing things and I wasn't shit. That's the black woman experience. The black woman experience is black women caring so much about the nuclear black family, black women taking care of young black men to teach them how to be leaders, to teach them how to be strong, to teach them how to care about their God, about their family, and it's about their communities. And to raise their young black women to be independent enough to take care of themselves, but to understand how to support a family, how to support a man, while also understanding how to get it on your own. That's the black woman experience that I know. The reason that black women are tough is because when you're mistreated in the way that black women are, if you're not tough, you just die off, you don't survive. That's the black woman experience. And the other piece of it is too, is something that I've learned, and I learned it from black women, is people feel so comfortable disrespecting them because we don't respect them publicly, right? White people for so long have used the excuse, why can't I say the N-word when you say that to yourselves or call yourself that or use that in your music, which is bullshit, right? Or white people have said, if you're using the B word, or they say, if you're using the B word, why can't I call them that? That's bullshit as well, right? That's excuses to be certain things and be disrespectful when you shouldn't be. So when you're sitting across from Andrew Schulz and he's talking about an experience that he can't understand because his wife is not black, you don't have the right to talk about that. You don't have the right to speak on something that you don't know, right? And
Like, for instance, if I go to Little Johnny's house when I was, let's say I'm,
OD, bro.
let's just say I'm 12 or 13 or whatever, I'm going over my homeboy Little Johnny's house, right? And he's cursing out his mother. Cursing out his mother. Do that mean I could do it?
No.
Or do that mean I should do it just because Little Johnny is cursing out his mother? No, I'm not gonna do that just because he's doing it. Same analogy.
And to make a joke about what the experience is one thing if you're talking about haircuts and you're talking about clothing and you're talking about beards, or you're comparing what our friend Travis Kelce looked like when he was with Kayla Nicole to what he looks like now that he's with Taylor Swift, right? That is part of it. You start to assimilate to the people around you. What you're not gonna do though is be disrespectful and say you have to develop a defense mechanism because of alleged violence. Black women aren't violent. Black women don't just walk around to beat people or to be angry or to be treated a certain way. No, Black women, to me, were the entire front line of the Alton Sterling protests when he died, when he was killed by cops in Louisiana. Black women are on the front lines of everything that's about us. Black women understood that they had to take a back seat because as we were fighting for rights in our country, that we as men were going to be able to get through the door before they were. So they decided to push us forward and give us ideas and give us help and give us support and be our biggest cheerleaders because they knew we'll have an opportunity to get in the door first. The problem is, so many times now, we're getting in those doors and we aren't reaching back and bringing them through that same door with us. And this is just another example of that. So whoever is Andrew Schultz's black friend, Charlemagne, you're his black friend, sit him down. Talk to him. Tell him what the black woman experience truly is.
He don't respect Charlemagne. That's the problem. He don't respect none of them who come up there. He don't even respect 50 Cent. And this is why they must disassociate themselves with Andrew Schulz instead of going up there acting like, you know, they all buddy and, oh, this is how you get along with him. This is what you must do. That's what they doing. They're trying to show us, Charlemagne and 50 Cent is trying to show us how to lay down and take it. That's what they try. Pause. Huge pause. But that's basically what they're trying to do. Because they've been doing it for years. Let's get it.
Because he ain't married to one, and he's obviously never been around enough of them to know how strong, how beautiful, how independent they can be.
My bad. I appreciate you, Chris, with the crown, you feel me? My bad, y'all. My sister texted me, my bad.
While also being supportive, how much black women have done to create.
Let me just say this right now. Ryan Clark is right. Because, like, as black men, you're supposed to, you know, defend, you know, black women, black people, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Because other people do it as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I really caught that shit the other day once I was, when that old like white lady hit me with the, what's it called? Like, everybody pretty much defended her actions. Oh, you know people are crazy these days. Oh, you know it's just the holidays. People are acting crazy. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like defending her actions and shit like that. So like, you know, and then I see people get a little bit more agitated when it comes to like black people, like even like at the stores. Oh, can you believe it? I'm like, oh, you know, and now giving them the excuses and everything, and they'll hit me back with some. Oh no, you're just not supposed to do that. Blah blah blah. All right, oh cool. So when was that? When that lady hit me, what happened with that? Oh, she wasn't supposed to do that either. But you didn't say that day though. So don't come to me talking about some that or whatever the case. And I tell you right now, I'm fine when people, you know what I'm saying, if people don't like me. It is what it is. Less people I gotta talk to. I don't even give a fuck. Like, but right is right, wrong is wrong, and you're not gonna sit here and tell me that what somebody else did is more egregious than somebody not moving out the way or something. Like somebody made physical contact with me as opposed to somebody like not moving away or giving me a little bit of an attitude. Nah, I ain't trying to hear none of it, bro. Dead not trying to hear none of it.
This entire world that we all live in and the way that they've poured in it. I'd rather be upset, but I know if I'm upset and I'm loud, that just plays into the same angry black woman trope to the black man trope that he wants us to depict, and I refuse to give him that joy.
So this clip got about over 30,000 likes on Twitter, but a lot of people, black and white, went in on Ryan Clark, mainly because of the fact that Andrew Schulz is a comedian and it was his own podcast platform they were on, which is known to be very open with.
You see, the brother couldn't even speak his mind. He letting everybody know the black woman experience. And yes,
I didn't even know he was about to say that. And that, see, it's just that's what it is. That's what it is. As a black person in America, you can't say nothing, you can't react or anything like that. But when it's flipped on the other head, it's like, it's just, oh, that's shit. Look, just trying to play that same trope. Oh, it's old white lady. Oh, he's a comedian. But if it was to flip the other way around, it'd be fucking hell to pay, bro. Same thing like what's going on in America right now, right? Hey, Trump, and you got this well-qualified black woman, you know what I'm saying, who, black, whatever she is, Indian, whatever the fuck she is, it doesn't even matter. But she's qualified. You know what I'm saying? She went to school. She did this, that. Like, and you got this motherfucker Trump who, like, it's crazy.
The black woman experience is unique. It's very unique to her because the black woman had to struggle. The black woman had to carry grocery bags and catch a taxi cab while having 3 other children. You know, we just started getting cars and stuff like that. We didn't always have cars like that. That people don't ride. We used to ride buses, catch taxi cabs left and right. That was the thing. Buses and cabs. We just started.
I can tell you this right now. Growing up, I grew up in a shelter, right? Everything was bus, taxi, stuff like that or whatever. So my mom saved a little bit of money to get herself. It was a beat up car, but it was a car. And I thought the world of that car. I'll tell you that. Because we ain't had to go on public places, have to deal with the, what I call the crazies. Motherfuckers was crazy on buses and shit like that or whatever. You got to deal with the taxi drivers and shit like that or whatever the case. Saying inappropriate shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was that shit was a lot to deal with, like, especially as a young kid and all this extra shit. And people, like, some people wouldn't even, like, pick us up because it was a group of us. Me, my mom and my two other brothers or whatever the case. So it was 4 of us and shit like that. Some people would just, like, look my mom dead in the face and just drive the fuck off. Like, it was crazy. It was a crazy time, man. It was a crazy time, and you know what I'm saying, living in like motels and shit like that, because that was part of the shelter and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying, people coming around, fucking for morning, giving us nasty ass fucking applesauce. What was it? Applesauce, apple juice, and the apple, and then during lunchtime it would be like a nasty ass turkey or ham sandwich. You know what I'm saying, with an apple and the apple juice and shit, which used to be disgusting. Oh, in the morning it used to be a milk as well. That you had an option to get like chocolate milk or regular milk and shit like that. And that's where my disdain. But like I don't even like milk, so and that's why I think that's probably why I don't like milk for real. But yeah, that shit, it used to be crazy, and then you had to, had the people that we shared that shelter with. And it was just, and that's one of the reasons I hate going out, bro. Because I just know how crazy people can get. Like, there was always a fight. There was always this. There was always that. Like, I just hate that shit, bro. I don't know. I hate it. Hate it. Like, I don't like going to people's houses and shit like that, because time we went in the room, there was always something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the type of shit. Like, I don't know.
Say in the past, 20 years, everybody start getting the cars and all of that stuff. Now, I don't know too many people who ride buses, but we've grown over the years.
I know many people still.
But the experience that him and such as myself can identify with is the struggle. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely got to put some respect on our sister's name, man. For real.
with jokes. On top of that, there's always the issue of double standards. Andrew doesn't really hold back on anyone, whatever race, gender, or sexual orientation, he don't care. It's basically open season on everybody. Like, imagine if we were only allowed to say jokes that didn't offend anybody. Dave Chappelle's whole LG Soft Ninjas are now, man, shake my head. All these sad-ass think pieces over jokes. As one of the dirtiest players in the NFL, someone who played with reckless abandon, someone who intentionally tried to injure humans for sport, I thought you'd be a little tougher, bro. And RC
You saying you thought he would be a little tougher, and then you try to shame him for playing football with other men. Play football with other men, and then you try to condemn him for speaking out, protecting women. A lot of these people don't be making so. A lot of people, they just get on here. Just, who is this? Jay Mulholland? I hate you, soft. How is that soft protecting the women? How is that soft? I hate you, soft ninjas.
It just doesn't make sense.
No, I hate how soft ninjas are now, man. Shake my head. All these sad stink pieces over jokes. As one of the dirtiest football players in the NFL in history, someone who's played with.
I hate that when you're bringing other stuff into the conversation. Like, his profession has nothing to do with what he just said. Like, why does that have to? He played reckless abandon. Like, what does that have to do? He's doing his job. What? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Like, does your job, you know what I'm saying? Like, because wherever he works, does it matter that you made a freaking tweet about that? You're not a comedian, and you didn't play in the NFL, so can you not voice your opinion? What the fuck does that even mean? That makes no sense, bro. Like, people just be so stupid. But he's going out of his way because it's women. You know what I'm saying? People are sexist like a motherfucker, bro. Like, you don't even get it because it's just females, and especially if it's like a black female, it's like whatever. Like, and it's crazy. It's crazy. People, I don't know, man. Right is right, wrong is wrong. That's how I look at it. There's no, agenda behind it. It's just right is right, wrong is wrong. Like, and I know we get it the worst. I know that.
Reckless abandon, someone who intentionally tried to injure other humans. Men, those men know what they signed up for. You bugging. I hate these dudes to be like, yeah, it's just jokes. It's joke. Jokes could lead into, movies. Movies could lead into programming certain people to do something to you in real life. Art imitates life. Understand that, man. Like shit leads into other things. This is why we must prevent.
A joke is really a mask on how you really feel. Oh, it's just a joke. I just, I see you got big lips, big head, and all that, you know what I'm saying? Big ears and shit like that. When you actually really have big lips, big ears, you say, oh, it's just a joke. But that's how you really feel. That's how you really feel, bro. It's just mass. It's like, oh, I'm just playing around with you, bro. Like, yeah, some things is lighthearted and stuff like that, or whatever the case. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just
Spin it now.
But that's how it be. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see what he tweets.
Like, some of these jokes be crazy.
Skylar Jordan says, I have no idea who Andrew Schulz is or what his comments were, but jokes are only funny if the subject believes so. Is one of the most inaccurate statements I've ever read in my life. Exactly. Who else? Let's see. You weak as hell, bro. Shake my head. Hodges twins. I know Hodges twins ain't talking about
I don't even know who that is.
What the football player just said.
You weak as hell, bro. Shake my head. And lastly, ain't ever beating the soft allegations now. Okay, so like I said, most people were in agreement with RC's take, but he certainly had quite a fair share of his detractors. Like I said earlier, for me, this is a really sensitive topic, but comedy is...
Yeah, I think that was good. because I believe that, you know, we do belong here. We do belong here. We do have a story to tell, and don't nobody need to interrupt us or tell us that we don't need to have any ideas or any testimonials or any experience, sharing our experiences. It's like we always got to shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, get on my nerve. The brothers just set up there. Yeah, this.
Yeah. I know. There is a lot. That's the crazy part. Like, there's the Drake situation.